Here are the top stock market and crypto-related news you may have missed. Total consumer debt hit a fresh new high in the first quarter of 2023, pushing past $17 trillion even amid a sharp pullback in home borrowing. The total for borrowing across all categories hit $17.5 trillion, an increase of nearly $150 billion or 0.9 during the January mark period. The New York Federal Reserve reported Monday that took total indebtedness up about $2.9 trillion from the pre-COVID period ended in 2019. Fed data shows that about 14 million mortgages were refinanced during the pandemic period, starting in March 2020. Some 64 were considered rate refinances, or homeowners looking to take advantage of lower borrowing costs. Average savings totaled about $220 per month for those borrowers, according to the New York Fed. Elon Musk subpoena by the Virgin Islands. The U.S. Virgin Islands issued a subpoena to Tesla CEO Elon Musk seeking documents for that government's lawsuit against J.P. Morgan Chase over sex trafficking by the bank's late longtime customer Jeffrey Epstein, a court filing revealed Monday. In Monday's filing, the USV said, upon information and belief, Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, Inc., among other companies, is a high-net-worth individual who Epstein may have referred or attempted to refer to J.P. Morgan. The government contacted Mr. Musk's counsel via email to ask if he would be authorized to accept service on Mr. Musk's behalf in this matter, but did not receive a response confirming or denying his authority, the filing said. China has access to all user data on TikTok. In a new complaint filed on Friday, you claimed that the Chinese Communist Party had a special office in the company, sometimes referred to as the Committee, which monitored ByteDance and guided how it advanced core communist values. The committee maintained supreme access to all the company data, even data stored in the United States. The complaint obtained by CN read, Yu's lawsuit alleges that the company made user data accessible to China's Communist Party via a backdoor channel, no matter where the data was located. You also claimed that he had observed ByteDance being responsive to the CCP's requests to share, elevate, or even remove content, describing ByteDance as useful propaganda tool for Beijing's leaders.
US lawmakers are accusing TikTok of threatening national security and harming children's mental health. Many say the popular social media app should be banned altogether. TikTok CEO Xu Zichu appeared before a House committee for more than 5 hours on Thursday, but lawmakers had little patience for his testimony, claiming the app encourages drug use, eating disorders, sexual exploitation. They also say the Chinese government is using the technology to harvest data on Americans.
To the American people watching today, hear this: TikTok is a weapon by the Chinese Communist Party to spy on you, manipulate what you see, and exploit for future generations.
TikTok CEO denied all that and said there's no connection to the Chinese government and said Beijing had never asked for Americans' data. He said the company is moving that data to US soil, be stored by an American company overseen by American personnel.
We have heard important concerns about the potential for unwanted foreign access to US data and potential manipulation of the TikTok US ecosystem. Our approach has never been to dismiss or trivialize any of these concerns.
TikTok has a huge following. It's very popular all around the world, but not in China. That's because it's banned. Instead, mainland China gets a heavily censored version with a different name. CNN's Selena Wang has details.
Pressure is building again in Washington to ban TikTok, all because it's owned by a Chinese company, ByteDance. In China, TikTok is banned. In fact, it never existed. Instead, there's a separate version of ByteDance's app in China called Douyin. Boasting more than 600 million daily active users, Douyin was already a viral sensation in China before TikTok launched overseas.
So I've got TikTok pulled up on my US phone and Douyin on this China phone. They've got very similar home pages and interfaces. The only reason why I can access TikTok here in Beijing is because this phone has got an overseas SIM card in it and a VPN to get around China's internet firewall.
But Douyin has some more sophisticated features, especially in live streaming and e-commerce. And Douyin users under 14 can only use the app for 40 minutes a day and see kid-safe content.
Plus, Douyin automatically puts on this heavy beauty filter when I open up this camera function. Media is heavily censored in China. So if I type in a topic sensitive to the Chinese government on Douyin, say like Tiananmen 1989, nothing pops up and I get a text that says no search results available. Versus on TikTok, you'll see that a bunch of videos pop up about the massacre.
One of Washington's concerns is that because of its Chinese ownership, Beijing could use its propaganda and censorship methods on TikTok too. The other fear is that TikTok could be forced to hand over data to the Chinese government. But security experts say the national security risks are hypothetical at best. Beijing says the U.S. government has been abusing state power to suppress other countries' companies. But the irony is that China has outright blocked countless foreign websites and apps, including Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, Netflix, and more. On Douyin, Chinese state media has been sharing TikTok videos from angry Americans.
Explain it to me, Joe. Why the sudden move to ban TikTok? Joe, if the Chinese want our data, they can just buy the data on the free market that we love so much.
Joe Biden, I am 80 years old. I'm not a teenager. There are quite a few million people on TikTok who are not going to vote for you if you ban this app.
Meanwhile, nationalistic influencers on Douyin are accusing the U.S. government of using national security as an excuse to crack down on TikTok because of America's fears of China. But it remains to be seen if TikTok can convince Washington that it poses no threat. Selena Wang, CNN, Beijing.
Being fearless is very good. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of anything. This time I was motivated by showing people that a woman my age can still look good, feel good, be good. It is a testament to good living. And I think that all of us should think about good living, successful living, and not about aging.
That's good.
The whole aging thing is so boring.
Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett cut his exposure to 2 more banks last quarter, while raising his commitment to Bank of America and buying new stock in Capital One. The billionaire's investment conglomerate Berkshire Hathaway sold $1.4 billion of its remaining holdings in custody Bank of New York Mellon and Minneapolis regional lender U.S. Bancorp, according to filing. I like Bank of America and I like the management, Buffett said at the shareholder gathering in Omaha, Nebraska. Martha Stewart. I didn't starve myself. I didn't eat any bread or pasta for a couple of months, Stewart said during the Today Show. I went to Pilates every other day, and that was great. I'm still going to Pilates every other day because it's so great. And I live a clean life anyway. Good diet and good exercise and healthy skincare and all of that stuff. I mean, they were prodding me and pinching me and pouring water all over my head. There's no tricks. There's no tricks. They tell you look okay. That's nice. They sort of reinforce that it's okay to be doing what you're doing. The former cooking show star remembered how she was shaking after seeing the cover photo for the first time. Stewart posed in 9 different swimsuits during the island photo shoot. The TV personality said the cover photo turned out okay. First Republic Bank CEO, former Silicon Valley Bank CEO, Greg Becker intends to tell us lawmakers Tuesday that no bank could have weathered the $142 billion run on the California lender that triggered its collapse and spread panic through the rest of the financial system. I do not believe that any bank could survive a bank run of that velocity and magnitude, Becker says in his prepared remark. He plans to apologize for the bank's fall, calling its takeover personally and professionally devastating while noting, "I am truly sorry.